Chris.
Show. Welcome back. Big frickin' whoop. Took a, what did we take? 1 week off? 2 weeks off? 1 week off?
Actually,
Something
it was
like 2 weeks off.
2 weeks. Yeah.
We did one episode like 2 weeks ago. And as we speak, we are now recording. Hey, look what I got.
Oh.
Scott's giving away free Fantastic Four calendars down at Scott's Comic Relief, 420 East Main Street, Suite. They're free and they're the size of comic books. So you open them up, skip the first couple of pages that have Marvel ads in them, and you get some of the best Fantastic Four covers of all time in a calendar that you get to hang up. Of course, you also get some of the crappiest covers of all time, too. But hey, you take what you get, right?
Wow.
Freebie, get what you pay for, right?
Yeah,
Anyway,
true.
Spike and Chris show. Anyway,
Yes.
we got stuff to talk about. Let's go ahead and do the newsish stuff. Let's get that out of the way. In this recording session, it is now January 17th, 2021. 3 days till the end of the world, apparently. That's when Joe Biden and Kamala Mattress get worm their way into the White House. But anyway.
I'm just ready for it to all be over with.
We'd be both, pal. Anyway.
So.
But we'll talk about that later. Anyway. We've got to do a review of WandaVision at some point down the road.
Okay.
We've got to do a review of... have you gotten to see The Watch yet? On BBC America?
No.
It's based on a Terry Pratchett series. That's fun. We're going to have to sit down sometime and actually look at that sometime, so you can see. Ooh, excuse me, what that looks like.
Huh.
You're welcome. But if you get a chance to see The Watch, it's fun. It's kind of like what Guardians of the Galaxy would be if they had a drier sense of humor. But anyway.
No, that's
Terry Pratchett has that dry British sense of humor, and so
it's science fiction?
it's science fiction, but it's on TV. It's, God, if Doctor Who these days could be half as good as this show,
Is this...
it'd be fun.
No, the show I'm thinking about is coming to Sci-Fi Channel later on this month.
Oh, that's a shame.
So, I don't know what it's called, but it's like a science fiction, another world. You got aliens and stuff, but it looks so cool. There's this big rock creature walking around and stuff.
That's unusual. Sci-fi showing science fiction, incredible.
I know, right?
So anyway, we'll go ahead. We'll do those later. Let's go ahead and get the news stuff out of the way here real quick first.
Yes, I got some things I want to talk about here.
Mm-hmm.
First off,
Hit me with
apparently,
your best shot, big boy.
well, apparently, let's start off with Richard Donner, who is famous director. Yeah. Apparently, he is retiring after doing a 5th Lethal Weapon movie.
I can't believe it. The man don't need the money, I'm pretty sure. But
Do you know how old he is?
he's probably about 2,000 years old by this point.
Close. He's almost 90.
Betty White turned 99 today.
Betty White?
Betty White is 99 today.
That woman will never die. She will always look the same.
It amazes me. Alan Ludden, she lost Alan Ludden, her husband, back in, I think it was 81. And she just keeps right on going.
She's a sprite little one, too.
She's
a Spitfire. She's one of those Spitfire ones, too.
Apparently she told the Associated Press that for her breakfast lunch today, she wants a hot dog and french fries. And the rest of you can shut up and leave her alone. So the nice thing about being 99, you don't have to tell anybody jack squat you don't want to. Then what are you going to do?
But I want her to because she's so funny. She does not mind telling you how it is. She will cuss you out. It's like...
See, anybody about the age of 80 by this point has given up on your opinion on anything because you can't judge them for squat because
they lived it. They've been there. It's
and the problem is Betty Humor has a sharp, really sharp wit. So if she can slice Betty Davis to nice thin bacony strips, by golly, she's going to do you next. Okay, so you are nothing to her. So anyway, so you were saying that Richard Donner's turning 90.
Well, he's almost 90, but Lethal Weapon 5 will be his last movie. Apparently, everybody's coming back for that one. So
yeah, because it's Richard Donner.
Oh yeah.
I like Richard Donner because
he did Superman.
He did
the first one.
He did the first two Supermans, and then he did Did he do the second? I think he did the second. No, I take that back. The Salkins did the second Superman. Richard Donner did the first, and then Alexander Salkin threw him out, and that's how you got, believe it or not, Zack Snyder was not the first. Remember, it's all been done before. Richard Donner had the Richard Donner cut of the original Superman movie that pretty much everybody considers probably better than the Salkin cut. But anyway, I love him because he introduced the world to Geoff Johns, and of course I'll read Geoff Johns' parking tickets. So anyway, which is something we need to talk about somewhere as soon as we get the space, because apparently, I don't know if you got anything on Ray Fisher in there.
Yes, I do.
He's still Cryborg.
Not anymore.
Not anymore, but...
Well, you want to go ahead and talk about that?
There's an ongoing effort right now to cancel Geoff Johns, because apparently a number of creators at the DCEU, the Extended Universe, which is like the TV shows, the movies and stuff, they are going to Twitter and whining that Geoff Johns is interfering with their precious little creatives, because Geoff Johns is saying, you guys are being way too frickin' dark. He told the guys on Batman vs. Superman, lighten up. He told the guys on Suicide Squad, lighten up. He's telling these people, have a sense of humor.
Yes.
And Geoff Johns, how dare he? Just because he's been doing this since 1970, effing 9. Kids, and he's chief creative officer at DC Comics. He's in charge of DC Entertainment. He had all this stroke. He is the guy. Yes, he is slow as hell when it comes to production, but still.
Yeah, and the thing is that when you say that, you know, you wish these movies had more color and more lighten up and stuff like that, people will be like, well, these movies are supposed to be dark. No. Tim Burton made it dark.
Tim Burton is supposed to be dark.
Tim Burton made it dark, and then the animated series that followed up from Tim Burton's movies was dark, and then everybody just thinks, oh, everything has to be gray and dark clouds everywhere and fight scenes that has to do in the dark to where you can't tell what's happening. You know, it's like no humor. It's like, no, that's not.
Bookmark Batman for right now, but let's talk about let's talk about Cryborg for a while.
Yes.
Your salty tears are so tasty to me, Ray Fisher.
And we knew this was coming.
We called this months ago.
Yes.
God, and we're two idiots. Look at us.
Look,
I'm a fat, pasty, white idiot.
This guy literally thinks that his career is okay. This playing Cyborg in the Justice League movie was his first film. Okay? He's never acted before. And now, he's not going to be in the Flash movie, which Cyborg's supposed to be in. It's supposed to be a standalone Cyborg movie. He's not going to be in. Because Warner Brothers like, you know what? You whine too much. We now have to go through this investigation and all that. You're fired. And they finally said, you're fired. You're out. You're gone.
This is freaking hilarious. Nobody clued Ray Fisher in. Here's the rules, okay? You're only allowed to criticize people who don't agree with you politically, which means if you criticize somebody on the left-hand side of the street, you're going to get your teeth kicked in. Just like Ray Fisher found out when he criticized Warner Brothers, he criticized several other people. He criticized Geoff Johns. He criticized a bunch of other people. And quite frankly, they are not acceptable targets. You're not allowed to do that, Ray Fisher. You're supposed to go after Ethan Van Sciver. You're supposed to go after a bunch of the Comicsgate guys. You're supposed to go after the conservatives. You're supposed to go after me. Okay? You ain't supposed to go after the guys, the executives snorting blow off a hooker's stomach at Warner Brothers.
Well, the thing is that the way this all started was apparently he complained that there was some bad stuff happening on the set of Justice League, that he was treated unfairly, and basically what it was is that there was a bunch of scenes that he had that was cut from the movie.
Because he sucks as an actor.
He was angry at that, and the fact is that he kept on going every month. There was something he was griping about a movie that is now finally over with. The other actors who was on the movie literally they didn't actually agree with him, Even though people say that they did, they were just like, yeah, but that's all they said. That's all they said. He was upset with work environment. I've talked about this 1,000 times on the show. And I'm not going to go into deep detail of my rant on this whole thing again, because I said it again and again and again.
It's out there, yeah.
But it's like, everybody on this earth has worked at a place or is working at a place where the boss is horrible, co-workers are horrible or something, to where it's like, yeah, this is a horrible work environment. So what, dude? Like, you are like the very first African American, superhero that people should look up to, but instead you're just like wasting away. You're not going to work in Hollywood again. I will be surprised if anybody give you a job. Nobody's going to want somebody that they know is going to go to Twitter and start, oh, this happened on set and it was not fair.
Mm-hmm. Amber Heard.
Amber Heard. Like, I mean,
this is Aquaman.
Oh.
So anyway, let's just go ahead and transition with a little musical interlude. Here we go in honor of Ray Fisher, the world's tiniest violin. Anyway, go ahead.
No,
Sucks for your luck, Ray Fisher. You deserve every kidney stone you get for the rest of your life. You deserve. Anyway,
I do have here a tweet, that he wrote because Walter Hamada is now president over DC Films, and he sent out a bad tweet about him, and it's like, I'm not going to go through all that, but
here, let me see.
It's at the bottom. Oh, okay. Yeah. It's like,
this is for Ray Fisher's opinion.
Yeah. It's like, it's over with, dude. You
that was also his career going in there.
Yeah, you literally.
Sucks for your luck. Bye-bye. Make sure the door hits you on the way out.
And the other thing is that him griping about this, he never specifically said all the actual issues. Just that it was unfair. That's all he said.
Move on. Move on. The fact that we used Ray Fisher's name in this indicates we went much further on this than I wanted to. If we just called him Cryborg, he's just Cryborg.
Cryborg.
Okay? Don't say his name. His name is verboten on this show.
He's easily replaced.
His name on this show.
He's easily replaced.
Booyah.
Anyway. Yes, news broke out that Deadpool 3 is happening with Ryan Reynolds, and Deadpool will also, the rated R Deadpool, will be put in the MCU. Kevin Feige has already came out and said that he's leaving Ryan Reynolds in charge of all of this, and he believes that it's going to be awesome, but no words of actually where Deadpool is going to fit in this whole MCU thing. So,
okay. I'm not that big of an X fan, so I'm not that big of a Deadpool fan. It's nice to know that Ryan Reynolds is at least making money. And Ryan Reynolds is also one of those guys who just has 0 F's to give about your political stuff. So for him, I give him a thumbs up and wish him all the best, but I won't be dropping money on a ticket for that. So.
I will, because I like Deadpool. I never knew who Deadpool was before I watched the movies, and I'm just like, I like this. This is funny. But anyway, yeah. So, just saying.
Move on.
Alright. This got me excited. I already told you about it. Remember Batman the Animated Series that came out in the 90s? I hope so, because that was awesome.
The one by Paul Dini and Bruce Timm with Kevin Conroy as Batman and
Mark Hamill as the Joker.
and
yes. Exactly. Well, apparently HBO Max has decided to not do something different, but continue the Batman animated series on with new episodes. So I'm guessing that the drawing is going to be, the artwork is going to be the same as that and everything, but they said that they think that it should totally live on in the new generation, but keep it old style. So I'm loving this, honestly. I'm sorry.
I got 5 words to say to you in regard to the Resurrection. Animaniacs. That was supposed to be a continuation of the show. Mean-spirited, much, yeah. Kind of unfunny. And as much as I absolutely adore Pinky and the Brain, that was not enough to get me to slog through those episodes. Still haven't seen all those episodes.
One is a genius, the other's insane.
Yeah, the Brain's insane. Anyway, if Paul Dini and Bruce Timm are there, fine. I like Kevin Conroy. I like Mark Hamill. I don't like his politics, but I like Mark Hamill. I like all this other stuff, but if you think there is any way in hell they're going to be allowed to tell the exact same stories they did, that same quality of stories that they did back in the 90s, you think they're going to get away with that now? You knuckin' futt, son.
I don't know. It is
I don't care if
Max,
it's HBO Max or not. They are desperate to find anybody who will actually watch the damn thing. Because at $14.99 a month. Okay, quick. Disney Plus is $5.99 a month. Name a Disney Plus show.
Mandalorian.
Okay. Name another one. Name another one, son. Come on.
DuckTales.
Name another one.
Which makes me mad because season 3 is still not on there.
Yeah. Name another one. What's one that we're going to be reviewing in another
WandaVision.
episode? WandaVision. Okay, so got all these Disney Plus shows. Name an HBO Max show.
Lovecraft Country. Well, it was on HBO before HBO Max did come out, but it's on there.
Hold on, let me see. I need to make sure I got my hands on here because I'm looking at this reversed. Okay, Mandalorian, Lovecraft Country. Mandalorian, Lovecraft Country. Worth $5.99 a month, not worth $14.99 a month. And by the way, still ticked off at them for ripping the heart out of DCU the way they did. You saw the DC Universe app is now officially dead on Roku, right? And for all the streaming devices. Ripped them all out. They're nothing but a comic book reading service now. It's just like Marvel Unlimited. Which wouldn't be bad if 90% of the stuff on there didn't suck copious amounts of butt, because it's all from the last 20 years that sucked. Anyway. In the 90s, I kid you not, just went out to Scott's Comic Relief, 420 East Main Street, Sweet E, Mount Sterling, Kentucky. Just went out to Scott's this past Friday, drop in and say hi. Picked up a JLA graphic novel. It was the Grant Morrison run, Volume 1, from 1997. Okay, with Howard Porter's art, which I swear to God, the man couldn't draw if you sat there and gave him a spirograph and Bob Ross's paint palette, and about 15 tablets of LSD. He couldn't come up with a better. He could still do better than what he did in that run on JLA. Wow. But anyway, that is still better than about 98% of the garbage DC puts out now, which won't be as much as it used to be, because I understand they're cutting their production down to about 25 books, and roughly, oh my God, I think anywhere between a third and half of them are Batman books.
Yes.
So, they know what sells. They know what sells.
Let's just face it, Batman sells.
And here's the hilarious part. If they would stop it with the dark crap, if they would stop it with the social justice crap, if they would just stop the crap, stop it with printing everything on cover stock, go back to newsprint and 4 colors and try to get your comic book prices back under $3 an issue and get them out there where people could see them. Maybe if you were if you gave us an optimistic Superman movie, maybe Superman books would be selling right now. Maybe if we were getting an optimistic, I don't know, a Wonder Woman movie with a sense of humor, maybe we'd be selling more Wonder Woman books. And I'm just choking on the obvious.